G'day guys, MF West here, and today I've got a video about Unholy DK's Azerite traits. Now I haven't posted in a while, and I'm getting towards the end of my exams, so I'm going to pump out quite a lot of videos over the next few days, but today's one is about Azerite. Now, most of you have probably played on the beta or have heard about Azerite, and just to quickly sum it up, it basically is like the Netherlight Crucible on the live server. So you have these pieces of gear, and you can put traits into them, much like our relics. Now, the pieces of gear that will have Azerite like traits, they basically told them it's going to be the helm, shoulders, and chest. Now, everything I say could be subject to change, but it looks pretty final on the beta, but you never know. So, each of these items have these rings or levels, and each level, or you can call them tiers, each of these levels you can basically access after you get enough Azerite. Now, obviously, if you get better pieces of gear from raids, and I'm sure Mythic Plus and whatnot, the traits are going to get better. So the idea is to keep looking for better gear with better traits. Now, apparently they've said here that there is no RNG involved in these items. If you can actually go in the dungeon journal and see which Azerite traits this certain piece of like slot gear has, and if it has those ones, then now you know, like, oh, I have to go kill that boss to get that Azerite piece with those traits. So that's really good. Taking out a little bit of RNG, but just remember guys, we are going to be using personal loot as our main form of loot, which is kind of sad, but hey guys, let's go straight into the Death Knight traits. So nothing too crazy. I've noticed, I was looking at some of the other classes traits as well, nothing like groundbreaking, like holy shit, that trait is going to make us OP. And just remember that the better gear that we get, the better the traits. So the first one that we can say is under the Unholy Tree is this one. Casting Death and Decay impales enemies with bone spikes, inflicting 47 physical damage and healing you for 125 per enemy. More of a kind of blood trait, but we can pick it. I've actually picked a lot of these on the beta at the moment, but yeah, not too strong guys. There'll be better options than this. Unless you have some really bad options to choose from, but yeah. Next one that we have to look at is Festering Doom. Death Coil causes your next Festering Strike to deal an additional 77 damage. Yeah, okay, nothing too crazy. Like honestly, that damage probably scale up with better gear and whatnot, but yeah, like I said, nothing too crazy. This one is my favorite trait. This is my favorite Azerite trait at the moment for Unholy Death Knights. So when Dark Transformation expires, the unholy energy in your ghoul is expelled, dealing 157 shadow damage to all nearby enemies. I am cool with any traits that have shadow damage, because then we can, you know, exponentially affect that with our mastery. So that's a good thing. As our DT trait, as our Dark Transformation expires, AoE damage goes out. It's cool. It's fine. Next, Scourge the Unbeliever. Sounds familiar. Clawing Shadows and Scourge Strike grants your ghoul 5 energy, and Clawing Shadows and Scourge Strike deal an additional 231 damage. This seems like a pretty good consistent like DPS increase, and the fact that it grants our ghoul 5 energy is really good. You're swiping more wounds and whatnot, but yeah, not too good. That's alright. Not too bad in my opinion. The next one I'm a bit interested about. Sorry, the next one after Festamite. Let's look at Festamite first though. Bursting a Festering Wound grants you 51 strength for 20 seconds. Stacking this effect does not extend its duration. One thing that I've seen Blizzard like trying to make clear is that they don't want your secondary stats in BFA to be your main stat. So many classes in Legion, like agility, strength, and intellect were not their number one stat. I think strength was like our 4th stat. So strength is going to be a lot stronger in BFA. So we'll see. But this is interesting. It's like a proc, kind of like our Fallen Crusader kind of thing, by using Festering Wounds whenever they burst. Yeah. Now, like I said, these traits aren't like groundbreaking. It's just kind of basic things they've put together here. Spell Reaper. When you successfully dispel an effect with Reap Magic, gain 408 absorb for 20 seconds. At the moment, Reap Magic is not available to Death Knights. It's been removed and given to Havoc Demon Hunters, but maybe they're making a return, or this is a mistake. I am not sure. Anyone knows that information, please tell me down below in the comments. And the last trait we have, so we've got 2 traits that affect our Death Coil, is Death Coil infects the target with Harrowing Decay, dealing shadow damage over 4 seconds. Now that is awesome. More dots. So honestly, this one, Scourge Unbelief is alright, and Horrid Experimentation are great. I think those are 3 really amazing traits. Not all traits can be strong, guys, and I'm sure they're going to be releasing more traits with more raid tiers and whatnot as well. So that's going to be today's video, guys. Plenty more videos to come, especially with my DK about to hit 120 on the beta, and I'll give you guys my opinion of Unholy there as well. Honestly, just to give a quick summarization, I'm happy. I'm happy with how Unholy feels, and I think with traits, more stats and whatnot, Unholy is going to be looking in a pretty good shape for BFA. So, guys, thank you for watching the video. Follow me on social media at MFWestWow on Facebook and Twitter, and give the video a thumbs up and check that bell notification to see when more videos are to come out. Thanks, guys. Stay unholy and peace.